farm.
Okay. Well, Christmas Eve, we'd stop working outside about 4 o'clock. You had to work pretty well every day because had livestock to look after. We had to milk and all that kind of thing. And the cows were always milked 7 at night and 7 in the morning. So we milked them early that night. Then we'd have a interesting supper, but not a big meal, just an ordinary one. And then sometimes neighbors would come over for a visit. Sometimes we'd go to other neighbors, and we'd just have a get-together. We never went to a church Christmas Eve because it was too far and too cold. And one of the things that when we did go out, we'd go with the horses in a sleigh and wear lots of coats, socks, but your feet always got cold, so we had a thing called a foot warmer, which had hot coals in it. It was a metal and had hot coals in it, and you put your feet on it, and that kept them warm because you were riding along, not walking. Then at Christmas Eve, after we'd had our visit and that, we'd hang up our stockings. Now, we didn't have a fireplace, but you'd hang them around the stove because that must be the chimney that Santa came down. And we had to go to bed early in case he came early. And we had to go to sleep because he always knew whether you were asleep. You know the song about he knows when you're awake, he knows when you're asleep. So he knew. So we had to go to sleep real early and then couldn't wait for morning. And that was Christmas Eve. It was very hard to stay in bed till breakfast time on Christmas morning. That's when we'd open the presents that came in our stockings. I can't even remember what kinds of presents we got. But I always knew when I might not see Santa the next year because there was a potato at the end of my sock. And that was sort of a signal that you knew it was time you grew up.
A potato.
A potato.